Hi, I'm Mark Hampton and I'll be walking you through a holistic wellbeing program for Swinburne University to be launched as part of Swinburne Mental Health Week 2020. Swinburne Mental Health Week is an extension of the International University Mental Health Day, a program initially started in the UK. But with 3 campuses and 50% part-time students, a week-long event is better suited to reaching the Swinburne community. It runs across all 3 campuses over a 4 to 5 day period and comprises of a series of activities, social events, seminars, workshops, etc., with the goal to create awareness and reduce the stigma associated with mental health issues. And a key component of this is the promotion of the resources, services and information available to the Swinburne University community. Swinburne, our sponsor, with over 60,000 students, a majority of whom are undergrads, there is likely to be quite a large number of students experiencing anxiety or other mental health issues. Also, with a large portion of vocational students, many working part-time, there's also many students with additional life stresses as well. Swinburne offers a range of mental health support services already, such as psychology and counselling and other initiatives aimed at reducing stress, but does not have a branded campaign around these efforts, nor a clear message tying them into a holistic view of student wellbeing. Research by Headspace and the National Union of Students back in 2016 showed that with students aged between 17 and 25, around 65% reported high or very high distress. Another study by Stallman et al., done in 2009, showed that students were 2 to 3 times more distressed than the general population and became more stressed as the year progressed. So we can assume the majority of undergrads at Swinburne are around 18 to 25, this same age group. The diploma/certificate students might be a little older and the postgrads older again. But still we can assume many students in this age range that's experiencing a lot of stress. And with a lot of students part-time, there's also many having to balance work and study. Some personas that are being used to support this campaign. We have a range of personas here, from Sophie, a recent immigrant who is tight on money, looking after a small child, and needing to upgrade her qualifications to get a full-time job, even though she's been a designer for quite a few years. Smitha, who is a full-time student, only 19, but under a lot of stress from her family and from her own self. She's a high achiever and in a difficult choice of career, looking at becoming an engineer on medical equipment, and she's still living at home, so not under financial stress. Peter Harris here, a little older. He didn't plan on going to university, but quickly ended up he wasn't going to get anywhere, and nor was he going to fulfill his true passion of getting into film. So he put himself through a couple of certificates in screen and media and is now doing a Bachelor of Media and Communication. He doesn't get any support from his family and has had to move out and support himself. He's a part-time student and he does part-time work as a retail assistant. Bimo on the right here, it's fairly young, full-time international student, dealing with some difficulties around language, especially having to write formal English. And also, he wants to really reduce his accent and make it easy for people to understand him. He's very ambitious and would like to really get a long way in the tech fields. Andrew here, older again. He is on to his 2nd degree. He's realised what he'd studied first wasn't going to be in the field he wanted. He wants to work with kids. He's feeling a little guilty about not actually getting out there and making any difference yet, and is under some stress doing sessional tutoring as well as being a part-time student. He at least does not have any particular financial issues. And lastly, Jules, the oldest of the personas, who is a staff member. She's a senior lecturer in corporate law. She came from the corporate world moved into academia and is slowly discovering that it's just as stressful as the corporate world was and is considering moving back. And she certainly doesn't have any financial issues. I looked at a number of competitors, in inverted quotes, in the field of mental health for young people especially, and ideally students in particular. We can see a range here where really only Orygen is focused on students at all, though a fair few of them like Headspace and Raise and ReachOut are focused on young people. The Black Dog Institute does have a student program, but they're a fairly research-oriented group focused on quite specific mental health issues rather than sort of general mental well-being. And I put the University Mental Health Day here as well, as they are the kind of root program that we're running from here in the Mental Health Week. And positioning them on two maps here, one around the audience, so from youth to all ages, and whether we're looking at defined disorders versus general mental health. And we can see they're spread quite a way across in this graph, but we can see the Mental Health Day is down in the corner of being for all ages of students and focusing on gentle mental health, which is why we want our program to be, as opposed to the Black Dog Institute and Beyond Blue, which are focused on particular disorders, or Raise and Headspace and ReachOut, which are very focused on only young people. The second positioning chart here is between sort of overall well-being versus medical treatment and intervention versus self-help. And here we can see the University Mental Health Day and Swinburne's Health Week and the new OK Plus program are focused on overall well-being and self-help. The university kind of has to stay away from doing any medical treatments which are better suited for practitioners, nor intervention. It's more around getting students to help themselves. So the OK Plus campaign, the idea here is that we often say we're okay, but let's be better than okay. Now, while Mental Health Week serves to highlight issues and provides a nice big dump in a short period of time, I wanted some ongoing branding around general well-being and focused on the physical and mental and social aspects of this, which have been co-defined here as mind, body and heart, and represented by a circle, a square and a triangle, which combine into the OK Plus symbol here as a little geometric person figure. So this branding, it serves as an umbrella branding for programs such as these meditation pods, branded here as wellbeing pods. We've got 30% of students reporting stress and anxiety, so a place to self-isolate and relax and meditate would help many students. And we could see that personas such as Smitha and Peter and Jules, who are all under considerable stress, would likely benefit from these pods and being able to take a break. Students could listen to meditation apps while they're in the pod. The second one is around physical health and both food and exercise. Big program here to provide cheap food with students lacking in money, especially our personas defined earlier, such as Sophie, Peter and Bimo. The idea is that a student could eat here breakfast, lunch and dinner every day and have a balanced diet on a very low budget. There's already a gym affiliate program in place at Swinburne. The idea is to just bring it under the OK Plus branding and give it a bit of promotion. And the third program is an app to help students get together. This might be for study groups, project groups, just social outing groups, language groups, etc. But with the app having access to student profiles, this can be a lot more guided than, say, a general meetup type app. This can help students find other students doing the same degree or units, no matter what year they're in, and help people find other students with similar interests and get them together and manage those groups. And finally, some touch points. So the web is obviously an important one, and I've got a mock-up here of the launch of Swinburne Mental Health Week and of the OK Plus program. We could have pages here for OK Plus, for the new cafe, etc. Print is another important touch point. This poster here is advertising the Unimint app, with a QR code for students to scan in on their phones and download the app and then start participating. And lastly, social media is another important touch point. It's especially useful for reminder type of initiatives, where students need little gentle reminders that these things are available. And so I've got a post here reminding students that they actually can get cheap gym memberships at quite a number of places through this affiliate program. You could see the new cafe could post up photos on Instagram or on Facebook when they put up new exciting menu changes, etc. Okay, so thank you for your time and goodbye.